All right, but yeah, if you are interested in this series, if you go to speedrun.com, if you type in Nushi Tsuri or River King, Nushi Tsuri Discord. So if you join there, we have channels for every game, and all the information that you could possibly want could be found in there.
I just got the go-ahead to go into the next game.
Okay.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. In this game, our best friend, we're playing the father, so our best friend came over to tell us that he is going to catch the legendary giant catfish. And us, being the sports that we are and the good friends that we are, we decided that we are going to go beat our friend in catching this giant catfish. So we set out on this adventure to beat our friend and get all the glory for ourselves. So, like last time, we are going to fish up the yamame and get a little extra cash, and then we're going to head on to Area 2. And in there, it's going to be the same thing that we saw before, where we're going to get the stickleback, so we can get the basin, and then we need to go get the cherry salmon. So this is a good game to learn if you wanted to get into this series, because if you learn one character, you can transition over to the other characters relatively easily. So you learn one run, and you can almost learn 4. Now, this game, I need to look into it a little more. And when you complete certain milestones, your characters get medals, and your family can work together to clear the game. And I haven't played this game myself. I routed it out with my wife, and then I watched her grind it out and play through it. So we need to look into seeing what we can do with all the medals.
Okay.
All right, so just like before, we're gonna go over and get the cherry salmon, and that'll let us progress into Area 3. So out of all the games in this series run, which ones would you recommend to first-timers?
I would definitely recommend the Nintendo 64 one. Its accessibility isn't that great because it can't be emulated, but it would definitely be my favorite out of the series so far.
And does that include like ease to learn and like entry into the game?
Oh yeah, it's pretty easy to learn. The graphics are amazing. Yeah, but for like a first-time casual experience with these games, I would probably recommend Legend of the River King for the Game Boy Color. The RNG kind of sucks in it, but it's like, in a casual playthrough, you're not really paying attention to the RNG, and it's not really much of a factor. So like, actually like doing a casual playthrough of it probably would be pretty mellow.
And there's like 5 zones in it that are relatively small to work through. So yeah, because Legend of the River King was my first entry into the series, and I'm not sure if that was yours as well.
It was, yes.
So yeah, I believe out of the entire series, I believe that one has the most runners as well. So if you're looking for a little competitive game, that would be it. outside of the 64 one, my personal favorite outside of the 64 is Nushi Tsuri 5 on the Game Boy Advance. That game is beautiful in every single way. It's a longer game that requires some grinding in it, so you have to get up was it? Which one was the first one to introduce fishing skill in it?
I would probably guess the second Legend of the River King for the Game Boy Color, but I
don't think
know.
that had a fishing skill in it. Yeah, because all the other ones, when you level up, your HP goes up. I don't think the 64 ones had fishing skill in it. So the Game Boy Advance one may be the first one that actually had RPG elements in it, where you get the strength, which will allow you to pull in the fish. You have fishing skill, and then you have your HP. So as you go around and fish, you get stronger, you level up. So yeah, we as a community, we just got this strategy guide for that game, and we're in the process of trying to disassemble it in a peaceful manner so we can get some scans and translate it to help push that game to its limits. But there's even one random title that you can be a fishing pirate. So that is one that I have little experience in, since I only watched a run of it, but that one has some interesting current mechanics and ship pirate battles and stuff in it. So if you like the randomness of the series, that one may be up your alley, but that's a longer speed run in and of itself. So, and if you noticed, at least in this particular zone, we get encounters at pretty much the same locations as we go through it. So it can almost, I haven't looked into it too much, but it seems like there's almost a step count that gets reset every time you zone.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well, because like that does seem to be how Umino Nushi Tsuri functions as well. And since that game was basically built off of this one, you know.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Because yeah, I played the Umino Nushi Tsuri for the first time a week ago, and like that game was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Run got it down. So yesterday, when he was doing his practice stream, he cut the world record time in half. So it was a great run and super competitive time. So I look forward to try to grind that and when I get the opportunity to.
Oh, you're actually gonna look into running it?
I plan on. Sorry.
That's gonna be really hype.
Yeah, I plan on running all 16 games, getting one run on the board. I need to buy another DS because for the life of me, I cannot catch the River King without the special rod that you have to do. And as Demo has showed me, you can do it with the quest rod, and I got to figure out how to do that.
So we're a little low on mushrooms at the moment, but since we'll be out of this area in a little bit, hopefully it won't be of a concern.
If you stay on the path, you'll get mole encounters.
Yeah.
It'll be a little time loss, but at least we can consistently run from those. Yeah. This game has nice, clear characters. I'm not an expert in Japanese, but I was able to use a little tool, and what I couldn't find in the tool, I was able to look up the charts and stuff to translate everything with relative ease. More power to you, Ark. Mushrooms are one thing that I can't stand the texture of.
Okay.
But now that we're here, we got one area left. So unlike the mom, we don't have to buy the firework. Our fish is in area 4. So we're gonna get several mushrooms, but we're not gonna fully stock up on them like we would previously.
Just for a little bit of safety, I am gonna get a couple extras.
Alright, and now that we're in the final area, we're in the last stretch of this game and this series as part of this marathon. So, once again, if you have any interest in this series whatsoever, feel free to look on SRC, join the Discord, and join the community. We have a lot of helpful people in it that watch the series on Twitch. They'll follow it and they'll go in and talk to random streamers and stuff and give help and advice when needed. So it's a very welcoming community, and yeah, we're always looking for more people and more competition.
Okay.
Alright, and this is it. So we just gotta play the.
That's not good.
From my experience with the wife, he usually spawns a little to the west after this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the same with you or not.
I'm not too concerned with losing the fish, it's just that, I'm not 100% sure what my health is gonna be like for, the time being. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough health to actually catch them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know just because this was my wife's first speedrun, so it took her a while to get used to it. But this current will flow you all the way back to town. So
Will it?
you have yeah. So if you may be a little north of it, but if you go down next to that little where the box is at, it's just one big circle like in Legend of the River King, and it'll float you back to town.
Alright. Well, I've never had to do this strat. We're going back to town and we're going to sleep in an inn. Just to make sure that we have enough health.
It's a good thing my wife was a pretty bad fisher.
Oh wow, it really does just bring you back to town.
She got stuck out in the boonies so many times because she didn't pick enough mushrooms.
Where's the inn?
Yeah, you're right. You're going to it.
Okay. I've never had to do this before, but, I mean, we should make estimate anyway. The fight with the catfish only takes, maybe 5 minutes-ish. So...
And we have the 5-minute buffer from Mother as well.
Oh yeah! I completely forgot about that.
So yeah, we got until 52 after, and Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. It's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Nice. I did that for a 12-hour challenge many, many years ago.
What even grabbed my hook?
There's little holes and stuff in there, so you either turtles are what we usually hooked when it was just like what bit. So yeah, there's random objects here, so we caught a lot of turtles back in the day.
Weird.
Yeah, and the Legend of the River King, he spawns into a pond, and all the carp there look identical. So, and the Guardian spawns at one of the random locations and stuff throughout it. So, at least in this one, the fish have different sizes, so we can at least see at which one we want to try to aim for. Because in the Game Boy one that we were talking about earlier, it's one of those things you get to the end of the game and you got to get lucky to get the right fish.
Huh. Okay.
I think if you cast right here, you should see. So at least
That's not him, is it?
no, it's I think he didn't have the right color to him. So we're looking for like a reddish brownish one.
Yeah, it was just like murky over there, so the colors were like not as they usually are.
No, I lost many bets to my wife when I thought that she had the wrong fish, and I was like, it's not the right one. She's like, I bet you it is. She was the one that played the game and understood it, and I lost every single one of those. Yeah, to give a little few plugs out here, running a week here has pretty much been the spokesperson for the Legend of the River King series community since he joined. He's the one that always submits to the marathons and showcases the games off for everyone. He's also an avid Chameleon Twist fan, so I would highly suggest giving him a follow. And yeah, sending that love his way. As his name states, he tries to, when he gets in, and when he has time for it, he tries to learn a new run/category every week to try to mix things up. When he got to the River King series, he kind of took a break from that and really went hard on this series and everything. And he helped route out several games that was left pending and everything. So he's been a huge asset to the community. And yeah, I'd like to thank him for that.
Wow.
Now, the one thing I don't know is if we zone and come back in, if that resets the fish's position. Because we have until about 52-ish when we switch over. Because all I know is once she lost him the first time, he was always a little to the west. For her, at least. One nifty thing about this game is there's a global RNG seed that all the characters share. So if you have a fish of the day set up for one character, it's set up for all of them. And if you create a save state, or you don't really have to do a save state. When you start the game in the first area, all the fish will be in the exact same locations as they will be when any character starts it up. So as long as you set up your seed and you do not deviate from that, you can pretty much step count and route out this entire game entirely. And that was one thing that we spent quite a bit of time looking into when we first started it, because trying to get the fish of the day and everything else set up.
Wow. You know, I didn't think I was gonna have trouble with the father's run, but here we are.
And that little hiccup sucks, since like you had it. I think you were on. You may have been on record pace for that one too.
Mm-hmm. I was. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is looking like GG as well. So.
Is this one, is the distance the fish can swim based on your HP in this one?
I am not sure about that.
Because I'm assuming the fish is in the area that you're at right now, because you had one to your left, right up there. So I didn't know if you could catch him with 1 HP.
Now that's officially GG. We got killed. So this is going to be sending us back to the beginning town, and we just don't have the time to run back and try to get the fish. So, that's unfortunate. Okay, hold on. Like 15 minutes. Okay. So we actually have about 15 minutes extra time. So what we are currently doing, we are going to give an offering to this Buddha statue, and that is going to hopefully reset all the fish. Because when you give an offering, I'm pretty sure it resets all the fish. I don't know if it's in like the entirety of the game throughout like all the areas, or if it's just the area that you give an offering in. But hopefully with that reset, we should be able to encounter the River King again, and it's only going to be like a 5-minute walk back there, so we can still finish this run.
Now, do you still have the bottle available, or did the old man take that?
He took it, but we don't actually need it.
You'll just have to. You need mushroom RNG then.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yes, this is a River King game. This is the third one in the series. So this is Kawa no Nushi Tsuri 2. And even though that it's 2, there was one released on the PC Engine, or as it would be the TurboGrafx 16 in the United States. And that was Kawa na, or it was Nushi Tsuri Shizuhan, or something like that. Sorry about my pronunciation.
Yeah,
but that was officially the second game in the series, and it has a its art style follows the original almost to a T, but they nerfed the game horribly. So, and out of the entire series, the PC Engine one is probably the hardest to get into and complete. Yes, so about, what was it, 13, 14 hours ago, hours of the morning, running the week here, did Umi no Nushi Tsuri, which is Legend of the Sea King, and he did the first one in that series. Game Boy, PS1, and DS. So, Legend of the River King 1 and 2 had official releases, and those were on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. A Wonderful Journey is on the PlayStation 2, and it has an English translation, and Mystic Valley, and that's on the DS. There is a fan translation for the original one on the Famicom, and this one has a translation to it, but the patch hasn't been created and applied to the ROM. So the one guy that translated the text and gave the memory locations didn't know how to do all of that, so he left it out there for someone else to finish. And Nintendo they translated Legend of the Sea King on the Game Boy, but they never released it. So when Nintendo had their Mega Hacker Leak thing like years ago, that was one of the games included in the leak. If you have the Virtual Console in Japan, you can get almost all of the games in this series because I think the Turbo Graphics, the Japanese Virtual Console had that in the Virtual Console as well. Most, if you have an NES Mini, those can be soft modded to play the games as well. So if you don't have access to like original hardware and you don't like using emulators on the PC per se, the minis can be soft modded relatively easily. Nintendo left space in there for people to drop some of their games and stuff. So it was a really nifty feature for Nintendo to actually do something like that when they are notoriously against the emulation market. Alright, so now we are back in the final area. We're going to save, or we're going to sleep to get our HP back. And we're going to catch this guy in style.
So that was like a 6-minute walk back. That's not that bad, I guess.
My wife always saved it at this Buddha statue, and then she did the walk of shame back.
Oh, yeah.
Because, yeah, that's why her run was like an hour. She just, if she died and lost all of her healing items, she would just reload and...
Oh, that's not good. So, giving an offering to that Buddha statue in Area 1 did not reset the fish in this area. So, we're just gonna have to try to go for every single large fish we see.
The encounters that you get will try to kill you or steal your fish. So it's very like this game to just be strolling through town and a bear just pops out of nowhere and just murders you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we get encounters in this game, in this one particularly, we can feed the enemies mushrooms, and the red mushrooms are poisonous. So we can use those to kill the enemies. We get no EXP for it, but it makes it so it's an instant end to the encounter. And I think it takes 2 brown mushrooms.
The mushroom for brown mushrooms, it depends on the individual enemy and the quote-unquote damage roll you get on it. Because, like, I've given, like, 1 brown mushroom to a monkey before, and it's bled. But then again, I had given, like, 2 brown mushrooms to a monkey, and it, you know, stayed around. Yeah.
All right, I'd say we'll give it a few minutes more and then we can kill it because the run that starts at 52 after has a 7-minute setup time. So I say give it about 2 more minutes and then we can mercy it and yeah, going from there. But hey, you got a world record in a marathon, so not many people can say that they can do that. But yeah, once again, running the week, the man. Give him a follow. Nushi Tsuri Games, very fun. You can find us on SRC, and that has our Discord link to it again. So if you are interested in there, join there. We have pretty much routes and guides for 14 out of the 16 games. And yeah, come enjoy the fishing and the misery with us.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think that should be it. Because even if you catch it, you got like 5 minutes to reel it in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Man, what a shame. Oh well, at least Mother was a good showing.
Yeah, no, yeah, you got to showcase the game off, and yeah, we got some good reactions from the people in chat. So even though we didn't get to see the end of this one in particular, I still call it a success. Especially since, yeah, like I said, you got a record that will be pretty hard. It'll be a competitive time, very competitive time.
Oh, there he is. Man.
You almost are dead, by the way. Okay.
And he broke off. Oh well, whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. I I clicked on to look at the schedule, and I was watching the Twitch chat instead of the Discord one. So I was quite a few seconds off.